It's 2026, and if you're still paying rent without Built, it's time for a change. Built is the loyalty program for renters that rewards you for your biggest monthly expense, rent. With Built, every rent payment earns you points that can be used toward flights, hotels, Lyft rides, Amazon.com purchases, and so much more. And here's something I'm really excited about. Now Built members can earn points on mortgage payments for the first time. That means you can get rewarded wherever you live and unlock exclusive benefits from more than 45,000 restaurants, fitness studios, pharmacies, and other neighborhood partners. Personally, I'd redeem my points for gift cards. You have no idea how many birthday parties my kids go to. It's simple. Paying rent is better with Built. And now owning a home can be better with Built too. Earn rewards and get something back wherever you live. Join the loyalty program for renters at joinbuilt.com/Kate Casey. That's joinbilt.com/Kate Casey. And make sure to use our URL so they know that we sent you. Quince is all about elevated essentials that feel effortless. Designed for layering and mixing, each piece helps build a timeless wardrobe made to last. With versatile silhouettes and thoughtful details, they're the kind of styles you'll wear again and again. 100% organic cotton sweaters, premium denim made with stretch for all-day comfort, luxe cotton cashmere blends perfect for the changing seasons. Everything you need for a wardrobe that actually lasts. Quince works directly with safe, ethical factories and cuts out the middleman so you're not paying for brand markup, just high-quality clothing. Quince uses the highest quality materials like 100% European linen and organic cotton. Everything is built to hold up season to season. One of the big staples of my wardrobe is the Quince Mongolian cashmere sweater. I recommend getting the oversized crew in black and oatmeal. It goes with everything. Refresh your wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/Kate Casey for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/Kate Casey to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Kate Casey. My mornings typically start at about 6 o'clock, and I'm usually up pretty late. As you can imagine, I need to be running on all cylinders to keep up with 5 kids and a daily podcast. I am always on the hunt for great wellness products, and you guys, I have a great one for you. I started taking the Super Elixir, a premium daily greens powder formulated to support all 11 systems of the body, including improved gut health, immunity, energy levels, and skin, hair, and nail health. It contains a blend of 40-plus whole food ingredients, probiotics, and minerals, designed to reduce body acidity. I love that it's gluten-free, and I feel like I do have healthier skin and nails. I mix it with water or coconut water, and I'm good to go. Super easy and convenient. And the taste, it's original pineapple and lime, so it has a vibrant, tropical, and tangy flavor with the citrusy punch that hides the green taste of ingredients like wheatgrass. And by the way, it's Elle Macpherson's daily elixir for thriving through menopause. Right now, get 15% off the Super Elixir at wellco.com and use the code KateCasey15 at checkout. Try it for yourself and feel a difference within weeks. That's WELLECO.com, code KateCasey15 at checkout for 15% off the Super Elixir. 15% off at WELLECO.com, promo code KateCasey15, first time orders only.
The amazing Kate Casey.
Welcome back for another episode of Reality Life with Kate Casey. I hope that you have had a great weekend, and I have a great episode for you today. This is your What to Watch episode for February 23rd through March 2nd. As always, I want to make sure that you are reminded to ensure that you are subscribed to this podcast. So whatever platform that you're listening to, just go to my show and make sure that you have clicked that follow button. Also, if you're on Apple Podcasts, make sure you scroll down and leave a 5-star review. These reviews are most important. It really helps with pod metrics. They're so appreciated. And thank you so much for the very kind words that you have so often written. I really treasure the things that you've written, and I appreciate them so much. I read them, and they really do bring so much joy, especially after like a long week. I really appreciate it. So again, make sure that you're subscribed to the podcast, but also I want to make sure that you are in the Facebook group Reality Life with Kate Casey, because there are plenty of people in there that I know that you would think, I would love to hang out with this person in real life. They are thoughtful, they're interesting, and they've got great insight into things to not only watch, but listen to: music, podcasts, what to read, books, films, etc. So join Reality Life with Kate Casey podcast. And of course, the bonus episodes that are on Apple Podcast and on Patreon, where you get even more behind the scenes stories about the show. So go to Apple Podcasts, click on the bonus subscriber, and then on Patreon, you can go to Patreon, patreon.com/Kate Casey. Lastly, this What to Watch list can come to your inbox every Monday if you jot your name down, or plug your name in, I should say, at katecasey.substack.com. And again, you get archived lists. So all of the old lists that I've put up over the weeks and years and months, etc., you can get access to all of them as well. And I'm telling you, this list is going to make it so much easier for you this week. You're really exhausted from work or from children or whatever it may be. And you go to the list, and it's just going to give you a guide to what you are going to find the most interesting to watch this week. And I got to tell you, it's going to open a lot of cool conversations wherever you may go. A great insight. It's going to feel like you're watching something that you could, talk about at the next gathering that you have. Maybe you're going out for happy hour. You've got a business meeting, and you can say, oh my God, I just watched the most amazing documentary or reality show or whatever it may be. So katecasey.substack.com. Okay. So this one is stacked. We've got legacy reality franchises that I think are hitting some major milestones, but also giving some great episodes. And then you've got villains behaving badly. You've got love triangles imploding in the Hamptons. And the one very important true crime docuseries that deserves your attention. So let's get into it. On Monday, you can watch on NBC The Voice Battle of Champions. This is not your standard blind audition season. These are returning standouts, the most elite former contestants. They're going head to head. There's no warm-up arc, no finding their voice. These are polished performers competing at a high level from day one. So if you love these singing competition shows, but without the fluff, this is absolutely your lane. Fantastic competition, well worth a watch, especially if you have kids at home. I find that my kids love these singing competitions. So The Voice Battle of Champions on NBC on February 23rd, Monday. Also on February 23rd, CBS is premiering CIA. It is a new competition series. It's built around espionage-style challenges. So I want you to think strategy, deception, psychological endurance, less mud pits, more mind games, civilian contestants tackling intelligence-inspired missions where teamwork and deduction matter more than just brute strength. So many people I know are like, well, I can look somebody up. I could be in the FBI or the CIA. Well, let's see if you have what it takes. So you can watch that and reconsider or pursue maybe something that will allow you to walk in a CIA agent's shoes. So it's called CIA. It's on CBS on Monday, February 23rd. And then over on Prime Video, you can watch the CEO Club premiere. This is a business competition series where entrepreneurs pitch, strategize, and then survive boardroom-style eliminations for either mentorship or funding. So if you miss those Shark Tank early days, that energy, this feels very adjacent. It's called the CEO Club. It's on Prime Video on Monday. Now on Tuesday, you can watch Bravo's Summer House. Now again, this is in the 10th season. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the show, I will tell you this. It's basically was created for a group of friends who work in New York City, and then they stay in a share house in the Hamptons throughout the summer on the weekends. Typically, it's people that have jobs where they work really hard and they want to play hard. So when the show first came about 10 seasons ago, you had a group of friends. Most of them have left the show with the exception of Kyle. I mean, there are some that kind of come in and out, but Kyle has been there as a full-time cast member from the beginning. Now, as the season progressed in season 1, we start to realize that Kyle has a bit of a personality where he's doesn't like to be tied down. He's always going out late. He's very flirtatious. And then at some point we meet Amanda, and she's completely smitten with him. And they begin a relationship, like a more serious relationship. And then they end up getting engaged. And then, of course, they get married. So we have watched their relationship grow throughout the seasons. Now, I have said over the past 2 seasons, I don't know if it's appropriate for a married couple to be there. And it's because I think it is a buzzkill for the younger people who want to go to a share house and have a great time. But when there's a married couple fighting, it kind of dampers the weekend. And again, the whole point of going away on the weekends and, playing hard. Well, I'm telling you to watch this season because if you've been invested in this show, and especially the lives of both Kyle and Amanda, I think you want to see this play out because in some ways you may see yourself in one of them. Now, Kyle began the show. He was building a business and I think actually one business and then became into another business. And now he's DJing on the side. Now he has confessed to Carl that he does the DJing because it makes income in which they can float because the other business is pretty draining. And I do believe that they're coworkers, which also complicates things. And we've seen Amanda's light kind of dim a bit in the last couple seasons. They just don't feel very connected. So you're watching to see, can they make this work out or not? At this point, I'm convinced that maybe they're better off going separate ways, which is heartbreaking, but I think it happens, You just don't evolve in a way in which you look at each other with the same love and devotion. So if you're interested in complicated personal relationships and relationship dynamics, I find it very fascinating. I feel empathy for the other people that are witness to this because it's gotta, again, be a little bit of a buzzkill. However, if you've been watching from the beginning, I think this is a good season to check in. So of course, you've got the marriage problems, but also I feel like there's this sexual tension between West and Sierra that we want to see how that all works out. Because at the very core of things, I think they have a friendship, even though she's been upset with them for quite some time. And then they've added some new cast members that I would love to see more of their personal stories. Every year I tell myself, I'm going to get better about meal planning. And every year, life gets busy and it falls apart. What finally clicked for me is realizing that meals don't have to look one specific way. They just have to fit your life. That's what Marley Spoon does really well. What I love is that Marley Spoon actually adapts with you. Some nights you cook, some nights you heat, some nights you just need dinner done fast. They've got options for all of it so that meals fit your schedule and not the other way around. And here's what I love. They give you over 100 recipes to choose from each week. We're talking comforting classics to fresh, balanced dishes. Marley Spoon has tons of options in their marketplace, from meal shortcuts and drinks to fresh groceries that you can add on every week. And you can find these in every weekly menu. And you've got a few extra minutes. You've got some great 20-minute options too. And my personal favorite hack, the tray-baked dinners. Literally throw everything on one tray and boom, you're done. And they even include the tray. My favorite recent meal from Marley Spoon was the honey lemon chicken, but my kids also love the citrus kale salad with poached salmon. So this new year, fast track your way to eating well with Marley Spoon. Head to marleyspoon.com/offer/Kate Casey for up to 25 free meals. That's right, up to 25 free meals with Marley Spoon. That's marleyspoon.com/offer/Kate Casey for up to 25 free meals. This new year, fast track your way to eating well with Marley Spoon. Head to marleyspoon.com/offer/Kate Casey for 45% off your first order and free delivery. That's right, 45% off your first order and free delivery. That's marleyspoon.com/offer/Kate Casey. Then on Wednesday, you can watch Survivor 50. This is a big day. It's Survivor 50 on CBS, the 50th season of Survivor. I can still remember season 1, all of the cast members. It was a sensation. They were on the cover of every magazine. Everybody in the country was talking about the show. It was unlike anything that had ever been on TV. And God bless Jeff Probst because he has been the host of all 50 of those seasons. What we do know is this, or at least I know, is that Mike White, who created, directed all those things for White Lotus on HBO, which is one of the great shows, he is participating this season, and that is who I hope to win the show. Do I know the other contestants? No. But that's not enough for me to swing my vote. I really would love to see him win. I think he's so immensely talented, and I know how much he has loved reality shows, and particularly this one, and I want to see if there's inspiration for it in the next season of White Lotus. So again, 50th season, You've got 24 returning players. It's the largest returnee cast in franchise history. Multiple eras represented, old school legends, new school tacticians. You've got high-level gameplay from day one. And this is all filmed in Fiji, which is beautiful, and it makes you feel like you're living somewhere else. So you can expect accelerated strategy, minimal patience, blindsides immediately. There is no learning curve here. So if you fell off Survivor, I think this is your re-entry point. And I can understand if you did, because 50 seasons, that's a lot. However, again, you're going to see the best of the best of the best. And everybody's going to watch this on Wednesday. And of course, you can also watch Southern Charm on Wednesday. I feel like the season's been getting pretty great too, because you see the friendship fallout between Austin and Craig. And there's a lot of tension between the new cast members. There's a lot to unpack there. I find it a great season to dip into. And that's on Bravo. But of course, episodes 10 and 11 of Love is Blind drop. So the emotional breaking point stretch of the season, which is enormously interesting. You've got the family meetings, you've got the pre-wedding doubts, the engagements are unraveling, couples are deciding whether they're actually going to go through with it. And again, all of the singles this season are from Ohio. And at this stage, the experiment either solidifies or combusts. And I think you are going to have a great time watching. This is a great show to watch over a weekend too, or maybe you have a day off of work, or maybe you could just put it in tranches, like Wednesday, or I'm going to watch 4 episodes back to back to back and just make a dream happen. Now, you've got to listen to my episodes with Krista Rosso. We've done 2 episodes already. Go back and listen. Share it with the people that are also watching Love is Blind. I think they're going to find themselves in so many of our thoughts. I'm telling you, the good people were all fired up about this season. And who would have thought? I thought Ohio, everyone's going to be so nice. No, they're not. They're not nice in this cast. They're not, especially this guy, Chris, but we'll get to that when you listen to the recap. All right, let's switch a little bit. For Wednesday, there is a true crime doc. So this is on Investigation Discovery. It's called Lost Women of Alaska. So the docuseries examines the murders of Veronica Abochuk and Kathleen Jo Henry, 2 Alaska Native women that were killed in 2018 and 2019. Now, Veronica was 52 and Kathleen Jo was 30. Both disappeared in Anchorage. Both were found in wooded areas, and they were both sexually assaulted and murdered. So the investigation ultimately led to Brian Stephen Smith after video evidence and DNA tied him to the crimes. But this is a series that is more than just the perpetrator. It highlights the broader crisis of missing and murdered Indigenous women in Alaska, where violence rates are among the highest in the country and cases often receive limited media attention. So it is victim-centered, it's investigative, and it's necessary. Lost Women of Alaska, Investigation Discovery, or on HBO. You can watch that on Wednesday, the 25th. Back on Bravo on Thursday, the 26th, is a big night. Bravo, you've got Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So Sutton and Jennifer weigh in on a woman from Sutton's past. You've got Erica revisiting a painful chapter of her life. Bose and her daughter travel San Diego. Kyle grows concerned that Dorit's behavior during their Hamptons trip signals something deeper. And the emotional temperature is rising. So that's Thursday night. Then you've got House of Villains on Peacock. So you've got a number of old reality stars like Tiffany New York Pollard, one of the greats of all time, Tom Sandoval, of course, Kate Chastain. Reality TV antagonists are competing for $200,000 in challenges that reward manipulation and chaos. So it's campy. It knows what it's doing, and it's there for you to watch. House of Villains, you probably have watched previous seasons, that a collection of reality stars who really deem themselves as the best in the best of the best of the best of their game, the best of their show. It's fascinating to watch them put into a different environment and with people that have a similar strategy or lens. Let's see how it all works out. But the big one is the Traitors. That's the season 4 finale, but also the reunion drop. So the faithfuls try to identify the last traitor inside the Scottish castle. The final banishments, the prize reveal, but then you get the reunion too, where betrayal gets replayed in HD. So if you love strategic paranoia, this is basically your Super Bowl. All of the characters back at the reunion, you're going to get a lot of the answers. Now, we've heard some messages come out about Lisa Rinna and Colton having some sort of argument at the reunion. I don't even know if it would be an argument. It would be Lisa decimating Colton. And I saw a clip or a mention, or I think Kate Arthur noted it on Threads, that Colton's PR team was asked about Lisa and the reunion, and it was something along the lines of, it was a shock to Colton because she's always been so friendly offline. Did he not forget that Lisa Rinna is one of the great Real Housewives reunion stars? She could decimate you, and I'm sure she's been holding on to a lot of the theories she's had on what happened throughout the show and who was a better player, who was not, et cetera, et cetera. So she's not one to rest your laurels on. I think that she probably came for him in the way that she does on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and he didn't expect it, which is a shocker because didn't somebody give him advance warning? And then on Friday, you can watch Formula One Drive to Survive on Netflix. A new season premieres. This is behind-the-scenes access, team rivalries, driver pressure, high-speed drama. Even if you don't watch Formula One racing, and I know so many of you do not, however, this show consistently delivers character-driven sports storytelling that I'm telling you, if you love all of the football shows, if you love all of the sports biodocs, etc., you will love this show. I found it most fascinating when I started watching it, a couple years ago. It's made by Box to Box Films. They are best in class. They make amazing sports docs, so check it out. Now, also streaming this week, Paul McCartney, Man on the Run on Prime Video. It's a documentary exploring Paul McCartney's solo career after the Beatles. So you're going to get archival footage, reinvention, and cultural impacts. And Agents of Mystery on Netflix. This is season 2. This is a docu-mystery series diving into historical enigmas and unexplained phenomena through travel and interviews. So, legacy franchise milestones like Survivor 50 on Wednesday. You've got the relationship implosions on Summer House, but also on Love is Blind. You've got the camp and the villains on House of Villains. You've got high-stakes strategy on the Traitors. And then you've got the meaningful investigative storytelling on Lost Women of Alaska. There is plenty for you to watch. And again, this is for the week of February 23rd to March 2nd. And make sure that you are subscribed to the podcast. Please leave a 5-star review. Join the Facebook group Reality Life with Kate Casey. And follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram at KatecaseyCA, TikTok it's Kate Casey, and Twitter Threads and Blue Sky at Kate Casey. Check back tomorrow for an all-new episode that, trust me, you do not want to miss.